Love and peace and happiness. The shadow self is the parts of ourselves that have been pushed down to the unconscious, the parts that we're insecure about, ashamed of, or frustrated with, and therefore repress. The concept of the shadow self is based on the notion that we figuratively bury those pieces of personality that we fear would not be welcomed, accepted, or loved by others. Therefore, we keep them in the shadows. In short, our shadow selves are the versions of ourselves that we do not show society. So, what is shadow work? This is the practice of loving what is and setting the shame and judgments free so that we can be our true selves. As Victor Hugo famously said, the greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved ourselves, or rather, loved in spite of ourselves. Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, aka Mel, and I'm back to deliver this latest episode of Tarot in the Shadow series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. Where it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts below the video, in the description box, and on the website. And the following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by Spirit. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. All right, we do what we do because we absolutely love and adore our brothers and sisters of humanity. We know that the more empowered in our authenticity each one of us is, the more we lend to that for the entire collective of humanity. And so we have pulled cards for you. We started off with the archetype from Kim Crowns, and then we moved to the alchemy deck from Kim Crowns, also her wild unknown series of decks. So from the wild unknown archetypes, the card that landed on top of the stack of 3 was the Queen, baby. The Queen, in your regality, in your feminine energy, receptive, kind, nurturing, understanding, compassionate, emotionally aware and in tune. Okay, emotionally aware and in tune. The Queen is our first card out, and it is card number 11, which is also giving me, I know this is not the tarot system, but I can't help but see the messages in the number. Shout out Golden Amazon, I see you. But yes, the 11 of the major arcana is the Justice card. It's also page energy, is giving me page energy. I've never seen that before that way, but today it is showing me that. And we see the hand with the snake wrapped around it. More ancient traditions looked at the snake as a symbol of transformation. I definitely do. I look at it as a symbol of growth and transformation. And one of the reasons that I look at it like that is as well as because it has all these fears around it, right? And that's where the growth and transformation lies. And they're showing me the Rumi quote that the wound is where the light enters. Yeah. And so, but the snake is in her hand, and it seems as though she's become comfortable with it. And there is a full moon energy here. So we have moon energy in. Maybe it's the black light, maybe it's my color blindness or whatever. But I'm seeing a blood moon. I heard blood moon. So do we have a blood moon coming up at some point, or did we recently have one? For whatever reason, the blood moon is coming up in my consciousness. Okay, Janine, shout out, baby. And so there's also this golden pearl down here that's at the center of this flower that's opened up. So there's a blossoming here. The blossoming reveals the treasure. The blossoming reveals the treasure. I love that. That's actually a really pretty way to say that. So yeah, the blossoming reveals the treasure. Back to that snake though, the way it's wrapped around her hand, it's there's a level of comfort, there's a level of acceptance, there's a level of, I'm hearing, wow, I heard compatibility with this transformation. So this is a welcome transformation. It doesn't mean it was easy, right? Okay. So we have the Queen. We also have the village. So the village is all connected, but yet independent individuals make it up. And there's this all this wheat around. So it's like doing for the good of the village. So we have the queen, and then we have the village, which would be like the subjects of her kingdom, right? The queen, we have the subjects of the kingdom, and then we have the lover, and it's in reverse. Why is the swan upside down? I have a strong resonance with swans. I love it. Interestingly enough, though, there's another golden pearl on this card, and it's in the center of the lover upside down. So we're going to definitely peer into more of what Spirit is what Spirit is saying. They're not trying. They say, they successfully do. There's no try in our vocabulary. And anywhere where it creeps in, we excuse it again. Yeah, we're just going to keep excusing that word right on out of our vocabulary, because we don't try, we do. We do the best we can with what we have. We learn more as we go along. Okay. What is showing to me right now is, although this lover card is in reverse, it's looking back to the village. So that just said, I just got a message off of that. I do see. Why do we even want to hear that? I asked you specifically to give me something upbuilding and encouraging. Nobody wants to think about the person they're not with no more. Nobody wants to think about the person they're not with no more. Why are you channeling that through here? Get it together, bro. Okay, so they're saying, what I'm hearing is that there's a lover that's thinking about, the separation. And so I just see somebody who's remembering your circle, your group of friends, your family, whatever this is that's close to your heart. Okay. And also I see it as like this person is going to the places where you would normally go together. Why do we want to talk about this person? It's in the shadows. Well, I was very specific at what kind of, yeah, but we're very specific about what cards came out. So there you go. Let me see from the alchemy deck, what is going on here? We have iron. Iron is strong. Iron is a very strong metal. Okay. They use it a lot. I'm hearing they use it a lot. Okay. It's very conductive, highly conductive. Is this card number 22? Okay. It's actually giving me a barrier energy. It's like once you've come, so this square in the center in this iron card right now is giving me a sort of a talisman, a medal, a symbol, an award of some sort, right? The fact that that was obtained, the fact that that has been obtained creates a certain barrier. It's like if you're the queen, you don't sit in the same place as the village. Like you sit separately from the village because you're the queen. This is a VIP. It's giving me VIP section energy, something like that. Okay, I heard, and then I heard this empowering question. They said, and how is it true that you sit in the VIP section? Okay, let's see what other card we had from the alchemy. We have rotation, and it is card number 49. Is that right? No, it's 69. Card number 69. I stand correct. I had to look at the Roman numeral again. So card number 69 with rotation, and we have this spider. Is it a black widow? Like she is climbing up her web in this giant, it looks like an eye. It looks like a pearl with rainbow colors on it at the center. And it makes her stand out a lot. And so with the pause, I'm just letting myself hear is something get it clearer. Like turn the treble up on that. Let me hear it clearer and turn down the background noise, because what I got was, yeah, thank you. So the more, there's something here about the more you surround yourself with all these different energies, it's like there's this eclectic group. There's this eclectic group. The whole village, right, is an eclectic group, but it all makes you stand out more. You're highly noticeable in this energy. It's easy to spot you. I'm getting it's easy to spot you. Rotation. And then the other thing I'm seeing just with the combination of cards is like, yeah, you already learned your limits, your boundaries. You learned where to be hard, where to be malleable. You represent yourself with regality, with understanding that you are positioned, you're in a spiritual position, you are a value. You're also at the same time, you're not rude or disrespectful to others because of it. You know, some people, they have these energies and they just let it completely go to their head and they become a whole ass and an asshole to other people, and all that ain't necessary at all. Is no way necessary, and it's not the way you're operating, right? And it's like when you leave, it's like when you leave, I heard what a tangled web we weave when we first conspire to deceive. Okay, yeah, but when you leave, it's like all their deceptions become it's like all their deceptions come untangled. I'm getting the idea of a story has been built around you. A story has been built around you in this circle. Like people have heard things about you. Why I just heard Tupac talking about I get around. Yeah. So there's this energy where like there's talk about you. People have well-formed ideas about you because there's talk about you. But there's somebody here who has been investigating the talk about you. Because when you come around, I heard you're nothing nice, but boy, you sure stand out. You're highly noticeable. You're drawing a lot of energy. You're drawing a lot of energy. One of the reasons that you're able to be yourself and stand out and draw the energy like you do is because you do have those strong limits and boundaries. You do have that energy of the iron. They want me to look at the energy of the iron as the first card we're going to read. I do feel like eventually at some point we're going to read all 5 of those cards, but we'll find out. So the iron was card number 22. Let's see what it says about the iron. Magnetism, reliability, Mars. Iron is a reliable metal that can withstand great pressure. Over the centuries, we have come to utilize this metal extensively, mixing it with carbon to create the steel bridges, highways, and infrastructures that span across the globe. In alchemy, iron is associated with the planet Mars and shares its qualities of being strong, assertive, and potentially warlike. When the iron card appears, there's a call to rely only on the reliable. What truly supports you? What have you already built? Iron dwells at the center of the earth, so when all else feels lost, go inward. There is a deep magnet there that pulls you toward it. Reading that again. There is a deep magnet there that pulls you toward what is steady and true. For the moment, put your words and weapons down and let yourself be held by the structure that is already in place. Okay. In esoteric wisdom traditions, Mars and iron are associated with the gallbladder. It may be time to contemplate what can be broken down and what must remain. Well, I love that the channeled messages that came through from the image really fit well with what the book had to add. Being drawn to your core. The iron card did talk about warlike potential, being strong and assertive. And is that not what expressing and living our boundaries comes across as? Often it really does, right? So that's been a big deal. Like you got it was an thank you. I heard the word integral. It was an integral part of your queendom is the way I'm getting it. So whether you're male or female, the message is still for you. It is talking about feminine qualities with the queen card. They said go ahead and read the queen card next. Okay. And that one was card 11. So let's see what the queen has to say. The Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. Like her counterpart, the King, the Queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty contentious moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is in the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's blossom, the dancer's bow, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. When it's light, it is the embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. And when dark, vain, wrathful, self righteous, and demanding. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the king draws near. She's a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. Could you see the queen dating a student or a person that has their life all in tatters? Like, could you really see the queen doing that? Not at all. Everybody automatically thinks, king and queen go together. That's it. So there's that energy. Like, I'm hearing one of the things that exists within these boundaries is your position, your awareness of your authority, your awareness of how you use it most wisely and why you use it that way. Okay. The village relies on the queen in some way. The village relies on the queen in some way. All right. So it did talk too, like she's not going to go just for anybody. She knows that she's got to take her throne and allow her king to appear. Again, masculine or feminine embody. We're talking about energies. So, the queen energy in spiritual technique, all queen energy is a receptive and creative energy. It's feminine. Michelle, what up? The female has the womb, is a creative portal to bring in energies from other dimensions. Hello, you know this. The womb is the portal to call in and create physical beings that didn't exist on this plane from other dimensions. So there's a strong creative energy in here. Okay. One thing I just heard when I looked down at the cards again was, yeah, you have this powerful creative energy. You're meant to utilize it to benefit the entire village, not to focus it all on one lover who's not even the right lover for you. It's upside down. The only card that came out reversed was the lover, and it came out so reversed. We had to keep it because it was perfectly reversed. Okay. So let's see what else? What else? Let me see. Okay, what do we have? 7 card chakra. In the root, we have the Daughter of Cups. Innocence, curiosity, excitement, fun, playfulness. So what do we have? We have playfulness, curiosity. Oh, I'm just swimming around. Quack, quack. I'm just swimming in calm waters. Life is cool. I'm kind of just chilling, looking for some fun. Where's all the other duckies at? Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we have in the sacral? What's the desire here? So if you have the Page of Cups, the desire is the Empress. Ha! I heard this divine feminine is the desire. She is it, baby. Okay. You want to stay in your Empress status. So what do you have? You have somebody who's interested in you. It could be a younger person or somebody who's not on your spiritual level, but is somebody interested in you? Somebody here, you're pregnant and you just want to be a really good mother. I see that. Somebody else here, you have a little baby. Specifically, I heard a daughter, but yeah, you know how gender works on these things. But you just really want to love and nurture your baby and be your best for your baby. Absolutely. We all do. We all do. We may not all do it the same exact way, but we do. All right. Let me see what we have in the solar plexus, what you are actually doing. Thank you. The Tower. Wow. So the actions you're taking, you're dealing with the Tower moment right now. A Tower moment has happened. Something like, I heard, shook you to your core. Information. So, did you fall down? Was there an accident? Did you find out that, oh, that's not really the dad? Did you find out what? Did you find out that did you just find out that you're pregnant and you're like, oh my God, freaking out? Okay. Did the relationship fall apart before you found out? What else? Shock and awe, baby. Shock and awe. This is like full on surprise. The surprise could be good. This surprise could be bad. But what are you doing? You're dealing with something that's shocking and awing right now. I don't even want to dig into other things that spirit can throw to show, to have words to say about the Tower right now, because I want to dig into that with another deck. But let's finish pulling this every card spread. What's at the heart? How you feeling with all this? At the heart is the Hermit. You know what? I need to just go be by myself and process this. I really need to go be by myself and process this. Okay. All right. Well, what are you talking about? What's the communication you got going on about this? Is the Son of Cups. So this is looking like emotional processing big time right now. It's almost like what I see definitely is what you have is somebody told you something that they feel. What do you want? You want to be the best you can be. You want to be in your harvest season. You want to be the best mother. You want to be provider, nurture. You want to be long term. You want to be in your divine feminine energy. You want to attract, not chase. Okay. What are you doing? You're dealing with some sort of loss. You're dealing with some shock and awe. You're dealing with some divine intervention, some kind of crash, some kind of fallout. Something fell down. You're dealing with a realization that something was not what you thought it was. So how are you feeling? You're feeling like, you know what? I just need to go away, get in my shell. I love that the Hermit. I love the Hermit card. And I mean, oh, that'd be a cute tattoo. Maybe I should do that one. But the Hermit in this deck is a tortoise with a lamp on his back. So the feeling is like, I just need to be by myself and really process this. Like, I don't really want to tell anybody what I'm feeling, because in your communication, it's like this is the response to that feeling. It's like you're hearing about, baby, I got the feeling. Okay, James, go sit down. Or not. You can come back. Just make sure it applies. But yeah, you're talking about, but I got bigger feeling. Okay, you could be saying that. Having an emotional response to somebody's emotional statement or statement about their emotions. Let me see. In the third eye, what do you know? In the third eye, what you know? Oh, is the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at that. You know that you can trust your spirit. I heard that first. You know you're independent. You know you're single. You know you're not counting on anybody for anything. You know that your spiritual gifts are very important for you. You have plenty. You have your nest egg. This is looking now like a nest, and you got 9 eggs in it, and all those eggs is pinnacles. Okay, so you look like you have your investment. You good. You can take care of yourself. Like, you don't need nobody to take care of you. Okay. You want to be more independent. You know that things are getting better for you financially. You know that your health is good. You know that you got a lot of beautiful things you can enjoy in your life right now. And that's a beautiful thing. All right, let me see what you'll learn in the crown. What you'll learn is the 6 of Cups. Past life connection, past life experience, how the past is relevant to this position. You're going to learn, oh, somebody's going, So this is like somebody realizes somebody's finally going to see their mom for the first time, and it's like a huge epiphany. Like, somebody's going to have that moment where all of a sudden overnight they've now matured because they realize some facts that they were too young or immature to realize before about their mother. Oh, this feels like, so I'm getting a feeling off of this. The feeling I'm getting is the feeling that I've had when something that used to bother the hell out of me and trigger me, yeah, rapid fire, okay, trigger me, and I finally find the blessing in the stressing, the beautiful part of the challenge that was presented and how it served me better. And then finally there's this emotional release where I don't feel heavy about that no more. I don't feel, all of a sudden, I'm not angry about it. I'm actually grateful that this or that happened, or even though at one point I hated it, it bothered me. But now, because I did that whole like soul searching thing about it, and I actually looked at my triggers and understood what the emotional guidance system was telling. Baby, I got the feeling. I just want to be the best parent. I want to be a great entrepreneur. I want to be an amazing caretaker, home taker, mother, wife. I'm trying to create a new legacy type of vibes. Okay, creating a new legacy. Uh, and then, whoa, where'd that come out of left field? Information comes out of left field. Information comes out of left. This is looking now that yeah, where we're at now with the channeling. It just showed itself to me as this card, the Tower card, especially. Yeah, anytime when the Tower card, because all the decks have different images, right? Anytime where the Tower card has the lightning, it totally represents a download. It's talking about, what are you doing? You're getting a freaking download. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, I've known epiphany. I've used epiphany very much, but this is more than epiphany, because epiphany is more of a self-realization moment where you put the clues together that you've been. This is different. This is bigger than that. This is bigger than that. This is divine download. Destroys what you thought you knew. Destroys what you thought you knew and replaces it instantly and immediately with what are facts. I heard with what are facts. Okay. Wow. So you get this download and you're like, I gotta go process this. I gotta go process this information. Yeah. I need to go process this information. You can feel it. You're like, whoa, I just need some time by myself. Somebody's actually going to take some time away, like a weekend away, to process this information. But for most of you, like, you could just kind of just go off by yourself. Normal stuff going on in the house. I see family doing the normal thing, but you go sit in your reading room, or you go sit in your room, or you go to bed early, or you just take extra long in the shower, or you go sit out on the patio and you're processing this information, right? Yeah, because you're getting information that is the response to whatever this energy was. So you're having a response to your fun. You're having a response to your questions. You're having a response to anywhere where you still got some learning to do, Lucy. Anywhere where I just heard this too. Somebody really ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. But anywhere where you still childish as heck, you're now being shown the glow up and the grow up out of it. Like, it's time to glow up and grow up, baby. Grow up and glow up. It actually goes in that order. they said. It goes in the order of you have to grow up first and then you can glow up. The bottom of the deck is the Son of Wands, which is right now, it's not talking about a person, it's talking about immature behavior where you just follow the lead of the crowd, do what everybody else is doing. Let's just do what everybody else. Oh, look, everybody's running. They're all running that way. Let's go run that way with them. Oh, everybody's buying the new this, that, or the other. Oh, I'm going to go get the new this, that, or the other too. Oh, did you hear? This is all the rage. And oh, they're coming to town and, everybody's got tickets. I got to get my tickets too. Or this is like, oh, everybody's going crazy about this place over here. We all got to go over there and do this and that because, everybody's doing it. This is somebody whose attention gets drawn like a squirrel. Okay, I heard wandering eyes. So you may have had some wandering eyes, or you may have dealt with ones with wandering eyes. But I feel like you had wandering eyes. Why? Because you're looking for something. And then as I said, I haven't had this song come through the channel. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay. And then I heard, I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Yeah, that's the energy right here with the Son of Cups that follows his Daughter of Cups. And then someone like, I know where to go. I know where everybody's going. Let's go over here. Let me see what's below that. The Four of Cups. Ooh, so everybody running over there, but there's something that's a rat ass cup. We had this conversation a while back. Y'all might remember the rat ass cup. That's a rat ass cup. Did you figure out that something was a dirty offer and you were like, you know what? We got to get out of here. Everybody's running that way. We got to go that way, following the crowd. What? Oh, because the rat ass on the cups was coming after the Mother of Pentacles. She was coming after the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. She was coming after mom. She was coming after the moneymaker. She was coming after the nurturer, the caretaker, the one that provides everything. And notice how she got her baby. She was coming after. It felt like this rat ass was coming to attack. It was coming to attack. But you know what? The snake will eat the fucking rat. Okay, so the snake eats the rat. Snake trumps rat. Ain't really gonna do nothing to the deer, but it will eat that rat. That's what I heard. I heard unless it's one of those New York rats. I've heard about them. I don't want to ever see them. I might not go to New York in this life. We'll find out one day, I guess, if I do. But why are you telling me your travel plans, bro? I didn't ask that. Well, somebody needed to hear. It was a big confirmation. It was something that was on their mind when you. Okay, so there's a lesson in the past about a mother and how. So what I see is like there's somebody here who's not understanding. Like their mother has been under attack their whole fucking life by this rat ass energy. Like somebody's gonna finally understand that your mother has been attacked her whole life by this rat ass energy. And that's gonna help you process some of those feelings you have about her a little bit differently. It's gonna help you release some stuff and realize like she did what she could for the whole village. And maybe you the lover in reverse, right? Or maybe you're the mother who has an angry ass kid or a kid who don't fucking get you or see you, right? Yeah, they don't understand. They can't see the love and what you do. I just see like maybe you haven't even gotten the recognition. And then this rotation is like, and I heard as the world turns with this rotation card. It's like they just look at you so mean. You've done all the rainbow colors around that spider right now. It's like you've done all these beautiful things to get the whole web together, like to build a structure. You did all these things. You poured all these energies out. Once in a while, you had to display some of that shadow stuff. Once in a while, you had to put your foot down. Once in a while, you had to show tough love. Once in a while, you might have had to tell them or do something that you didn't really want to do, but you knew that that was the best thing you knew how to do to try to make a better outcome. in what you had to do at that time. Best for them, best for you, best for them. More than anything, you did what was best for them. You provided a firm foundation. All they have to do is build on it. Why are they being so resentful? Why can't they see? Ooh, let me see this lover energy in this swan image that's in reverse. It's card number 17, which in the tarot system, that's the star. But again, the lover is in reverse. So the lover card, the heart, the beloved, the devoted. Pulsing through the heart of the lover is gratitude. The lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses, reveling in beauty, song, art, music, sense, and sensuality. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey, kiss a lover, or speak gentle words to a child. The lover lingers in foreplay, aroused not by the getting there, but by the slow merging of self and other. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time, as in order to feel it, we must be fully present and awake, with no expectations or rules about what should be. Rather, the lover is in awe of what the world presents, reveling in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offerings. If it's upright, the lover is connection, expansion, devotion, and awe. But we have it in reverse position, and they're saying, yeah, when it's dark, indulgence, attachment, obsession. Indulgence, attachment, obsession. Now, those ideas did come out kind of, especially the obsession one, because like I said, there was somebody who you were connected to, but you're not connected to now, whatever form of relationship that was. And this person's thinking about your circle, they're thinking about your city, they're thinking about your group, they're thinking about your people, they're thinking about your family, they're thinking about how you are rule over this. You run this town, baby. Yeah. Yeah. You run this town. Yeah, you run this, and it's like everything works, and you're like the center of what makes. It's like you solidify everything. Okay, but are they just not realizing it? They get the benefit of it. They get the benefit of it. Like, yay, yay, you get the benefit, right? But do they realize what you've constructed? So they see you as the spider. They could be seeing you as a spider. I see that they're seeing you as a spider, a deadly spider. You got a deadly bite. In other words, if you take a piece out of their hide, they know they're going to feel it. Okay. And they know people best not to cross you because you can hurt them if you want to. But what they're not looking at is all the color you brought into their life, all the structure you brought into their life to build the perfect foundation, to bring the perfect form. Okay. Um, and there's this non-recognition there. So all they see is the bite. They don't see what is built from what you've become and why you've had to have these strong boundaries. So is it that there's a person in your life who has benefited from what you have brought to the table, but when they try to cross a boundary or take advantage or disrespect in some sort of way, now all of a sudden all they can see, or maybe that's all they always saw, but right now in particular, all they can see is mean. You mean. You're not nice. You ain't nothing nice. You mean. You a cold piece of work. You don't care. I hate you. It could be any of these energies, any of these intensities of level in this. But they can only see what they can see. Right? They can't see what you've constructed. It is time for them to build onto it. There's somebody here now, because what you know is I'm protecting what's mine, and this is mine. If I birthed it, it came out my. out of my DNA, I was gonna say another word. If it came out of my DNA, I birthed it, it's mine. Okay. If I created it, I birthed it, it's mine. I'm protecting it. I take care of it. Even if that means I have to be the bad guy sometimes in order to show that tough love, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Somebody here, what they gonna learn, and maybe you're the somebody, is the realization of why that was exactly what you needed. Oh, your mom didn't clean your room for you all the time? You had to wash your own laundry? You had to prepare meals at home? You had to take the trash out? Well, look at you. I bet you know how to keep a house clean, don't you? You know how to cook a family meal? I bet you do. Because, I've heard stories about some of these people out here who don't know how to run a washing machine or separate their clothes or cook a meal. I've had women across the table from me at the nail just tell me they don't know how to fry an egg. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I've been doing that since I was a kid. What do you mean? I don't understand. That cannot compute. A queen, just because she doesn't have to do things, doesn't mean she don't know how. In this case, everybody, I heard somebody say, well, actually, if she's a queen and she was born in the royal palace, she would have never had to clean a toilet in her life. You know what? You're probably right. However, that's not the queen I'm talking about at that royal palace. I'm talking about my spiritual queens who've been living a real life in this real life earth. Okay. You have had to put in the work and you have your title. You know how to work your butt off and you know how to attract. And we work hard. Smart, we work harder. Is that what you want to do? No, we work smarter, not harder now that we know. I heard now that we know. Yeah, you're just sitting in your Empress energy, imagining, oh, yes, thank you. I love that about this daughter of cups. So you're imagining what could be. You're imagining what could be. Oh, that's a whole different message, is it? How does that message correlate to the one you already gave? They're giving me a different message on these cards, and they really want me to go into it. So here you are. What you do? You have an imagination. You're utilizing your imagination. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Whew. Yeah. So you're taking a look into your imagination, creating from it. And what you want is to see that you could attract it. Are you focused on a button? Are you focused on $1? Are you focused on $100 bill? Are you focused on a pink purse? Are you focused on a Starbucks coffee? Are you focused on coconuts? Put the lime in the coconut and stir it all about. Is that what you're focused on? Or are you focused on a song? Si antes te hubiera conocido. Okay. Are you focused on, what are you focused on? These are just what they showed me. Thank you. Okay. Focused on something. Oh, thank you. They said, and it's as easy. I heard Abraham Hicks just cut us off. Okay. Abraham came through and said, yeah, it's the same, as easy to materialize a castle as it is a button. It just depends on whether you're focused upon a castle or a button. If you ever heard that, put I focus on the castle in the comment. Okay, yeah. All right. What does the castle represent for you? The queen very much focuses on the castle, but she always also remembers that there's a village there. So as you've been focused in your imagination, then what are you doing? You're desiring to retract. What are you actually doing? The tower. You're allowing the universe to show up and bring it to you. How you feeling? I'm going to keep it to my dang self. What are you talking about? You're talking about it's done, it's already done. I already got the offer, I already got the proposal. And if it's, I don't really feel that you're so much verbally talking. I feel like this is your internal conversation. Like you're seeing it done. Even though you imagined it, when you carry that same vision, you feel, you develop the feeling of it, and that's what you communicate from. And what you know is it shows up, and you have done all the steps to materialize, so it literally shows up. And what you will learn is You're about to, oh, thank you. You're about to materialize something that you had dreamed of since you were a child, maybe 6 years old for somebody here, but since you were a child, there's something you wanted really bad when you were a kid. And boy, you put some magic on it and you didn't know it's going to take you your whole life to get it. And you'd have forgot about it by now. But when you put it together and you realize, MG, I wanted this one point so bad. Oh my God, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was obsessed with it. Remember, we had the card that talked about obsession over here. You were obsessed about it, okay? Uh, so focused on it. And it's like, wow. And I just realized, like, I just got it last week, or I've had it this whole time. Or look, here it is today. Like, it's something like that. There's this realization, there's something that you had been focused upon so long ago and forgotten about. You aligned with it. Like, you aligned with it in your physical 3D reality. So if it was a castle or a button, like you maybe your baby just made you a sandcastle at the beach, right? Or maybe you just got a really cool button from a grandchild or a child to put on your, I don't know, where do you keep buttons? Why do you wear safety pin, the pin on buttons? Why you if you work in the restaurants and you wear the buttons in the restaurants, they call them flare. Huh? Why you putting your flare on? Okay, listen, something here about the flare, the restaurant waitresses and waiters and buttons, and I'm hearing campaign pins, and now they're showing me from the movie A National Treasure how he gave her a button from a old campaign. I think it was Abraham Lincoln campaign, and he used it to coat with the stuff, and she put her finger on it, and then when she went to put the code in the door, it still had the dust on there, so he was able to get into the safe. There's something here about that's giving me like, you always had the code to the safe, the button you put it on, the button. What the heck is that all about? Okay. So the message is getting a little elusive there, so we're just going to leave that part alone. But speaking about buttons, love and peace and happiness, show me this Daughter of Cups clearly, please and thank you. All right. And it's the 8 of Swords. That is huge because of the second conversation we just had. They said both messages are relevant, but right now let's focus on the one about being the imaginer of your life. I heard about being the imaginer. You are the magi in your life. Be the magician. Okay. Show me this Empress here. And King of Swords. What you want your word to come true and attract to you. You want your King of Swords energy. You want your clear, appointed focus to attract to you, to materialize for you, to be built into something touchable. Okay. Let's see the Tower energy here, please and thank you. The Tower energy is the 6 of Cups. Blast from the past. So again, Spirit is bringing you something you wanted from the past. For some of you, this is a person that was on your mind so strong back then. Nothing ever happened. It didn't go nowhere. But guess what? They back. Okay. Huh? What is it? Slim Shade. Oh, thank you. Shady's back. They said Shady's back. Back again. I haven't heard that song in forever. I had to, what's the dude's name? His name is NM. What you talking about? Slim. It's not Slim is back. I had this whole conversation. It's not Slim is back. Somebody's Slim is not back. In case you were wondering if it was Slim, they said no. Don't be if the person name is Slim and it's a masculine energy with that hood vibe, they said don't do it. Don't do it. If the person name is Slim and it's a woman who is sexy, they said, okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the dirty dog Slim. Don't, no dirty dog Slim. Sexy lady is okay. Dirty dog Slim, we're not taking that energy back. Yeah, no. That was okay. So that was a warning for somebody because you kept thinking about that person. Okay, get off of that personal story. Get on to the collective energies. Okay, so what tribe is going to say? Oh, ah, Thank you. Now Ariana's coming through. They said the light is coming to bring back everything the darkness stole. Yeah, that's the lyrics. Yeah, that's the energy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, that's the energy. Vuela, vuela, which means fly and fly. So, oh yeah, like there's no reason to feel bad. Everything is okay. There's a blast from the past energy. It's something you really want. You show me more. Why is the hermit here? This is in the heart energy. Why is the hermit here? You keeping a secret. You forgot about it. Okay, you kept it so secret. You forgot about it. Let me see. This hermit energy, a Virgo energy. Let's say that. So what zodiac signs we have? You have the Empress, which would this would mean you are Taurus Libra. Hermit would mean you are the Virgo. Okay, and the King of Swords means somebody else would be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius in the experience, not you, but somebody in your experience. Let me see the Hermit though in this experience in the heart chakra and how you feeling about all this. You don't know your heart. You can feel something, but you can't pinpoint it. You can feel something's coming, but you can't pinpoint it because it's not meant for you to pinpoint. Okay, I'm gonna put these back because wow, I am gonna put them back, but they want me to show them to you first. We had Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles fall out. It's like waiting for the new thing to show up and the new energies. Yeah, okay. Show me with one card, please. This Hermit energy. Thank you. That's more like your ships are coming in. Look at that. Your ships, and it's literally what. So now one card replaces the three cards. That's part of the message. They said it's only going to take one. It's going to replace three. Ooh, I like that energy. I just thought. So imagine you've had three shitty lovers from the past. And it's like, boy, if I could take this from this one and that from that one and that from that one, boy, I'd have the perfect lover. For somebody, that's exactly what's going to happen. For somebody, this isn't about a lover, but this is about some kind of creative idea. This is about spiritual gifts and talents, right? This is something that has water. It's a water energy. This water energy is coming very, very strong, which is why you've been protective. And that moon energy is also feminine. So it's a very feminine, receptive, watery energy. Show me. So your ships are coming in. You feel it. You could tell something good is about to happen. Oh my God, I feel like something fantastic is about to happen. Let me say the Son of Cups in your communication, which is saying to me that you're communicating to the universe by your thought patterns, the feeling. Your mind is focused on the feeling of the fulfillment of what you have imagined and what that feels like. Yeah, the Seven of Cups is a make-a-wish card. So this is how you make a wish to the universe. You feel it, done, it's already done. What is that big dream that you would like to make come true? That you have constructed yourself stability and structure in order to create. When you feel about this subject, this area of your life, do you feel like, oh my God, it still hasn't happened yet? Or do you feel like I'm living my best life? Okay. Do you feel like I work hard for the money, so hard for it, honey? I work hard for the money, so you better treat me right. Is that how you feel about it? Or do you feel like money? I got money. Ooh, money. I got money. How do you feel about it, right? I heard. Do you feel like Dolly working 9 to 5? Or do you feel like what's the other song? I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am rich. I am that bitch. I am gonna go get that bag and I am not gonna take your shit. I am protected, well respected. I'm a queen. I'm a dream. I do what I wanna do and I'm who I wanna be because I am me. Okay, what is it that the song is playing in your head? Because you are materializing it by your feeling it. And it's not just about so you can repeat the fucking affirmation all day long till you're blue in the face, till you ain't got no voice left if you want to. But if you can't feel the fulfillment of it, it's only going to be in a resistant state. So to be more allowing, it really does serve you well to do anything that feels fantastic, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else or disrespecting yourself or anyone else. In other words, keep those principles of love and peace and happiness on the table, on both sides of the table, as far as is in your power to do so, right? So what are you doing? Make a wish card, baby. You making a wish all day. So when I read, the Seven of Cups is the make a wish card. The Nine of Cups is the wish is being granted card. So Nine of Pentacles. Why is this Nine of Pentacles here in the third eye? What do you know? The third eye is what you know. What you know is the Hermit. I'm keeping this shit to myself. I ain't telling nobody about it. That's what I know. It ain't your business. It's none your business. What you been thinking about? None your business. What you been doing? None your business. Well, what you been keeping yourself busy with? Minding my business. It was so cute. I think Quentin was like 5 years old when he repeated that back. Because they always, Grandma, what you doing? Grandma, what you doing? Minding my business. I would always tell them, minding my business. I literally was. I'd be posting stuff about my business, creating the posts that I needed to post about my business, thinking about my business, making plans for my business. Literally was minding my business. And years ago, we made the what would later be called a meme, because everybody copied Mimi. Anyways, whatever. Um, I'm busy minding my business. If you were busy minding your business too, you'd have a lot more business to mind. Like, yeah, still feel that way. So, Nine of Pentacles, and what you know? My business is my business. I don't have to tell anybody. I can keep it to myself. I can process my feelings. I can play with my imagination and not tell nobody about it. Okay. And also, I just want to point out, in what you know is 99. 99. Okay. 99. You at 99%, baby. Don't quit now. The wish fulfillment, the materialization, the realization, the touch it, taste it, feel it version, you at 99%. Don't stop now. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Put some loving in it. Okay. They said put some loving in it. Love it. Be grateful for it. Feel it. Make if you got any good sense after this message and you made it to this point in this message, you are going to spend some minutes. I don't know how many. Some of you will choose to spend 9 minutes. That's all you'll need. 999. Okay. And then you'll be on 1,000. I'm just saying, where you really like just close your eyes, maybe even play something that you would hear if that was where you were actually physically, to help invoke the feeling of it, right? Or to help you make it realer, because what happens, the way the brain works, it doesn't know, the universe doesn't know if you're making up shit or if it's true and it's facts. It's just going to keep giving you more of what you're focused on. Therefore, focus on what you want it to give you. Duh. Okay, show me the Six of Cups. Why the Six of Cups here? Why the Six of Cups here? This is the third eye. So this is what I mean, the crown. So this is what you're gonna learn. We're not taking this. Okay, Four of Cups. Okay, and then we had a Ten of Pentacles and the Strength card over here, and they landed like right there. I'm not trying to leave them there. I'm gonna put them back in because I want one card right here. But what is this telling me? Like, and what you will learn is you got mastery over family karmic cycles, and you closed out a lot of soul contracts, and that's going to be part of what you, and what was that soul contract about? Your role in it was learning to accept that you are the one that gets to fill in the blank. What's the dream? What's the wish fulfillment? That you're the one who's an entrepreneur, that you're the one who's the winner, that you're the one with the healthy relationship, that you're the one with the success. I'm picking up on some athletics and sports. I'm picking up on somebody who's athletic and sporty. But okay, you get it, you do it, you accomplish that. Like, you really do it. The business is real, baby. My business is popping. My business is thriving. Stop singing about your lip gloss. We don't care if your lip gloss is popping and thriving. Is that what your big dream is? No. Why not? My business is thriving. My business is popping. Like, Change the lyrics on some of these things and get into the vibe. Like, hype yourself up. Hype yourself up. Because I'm only going to be able to produce videos every so often and for so much time. And I can't always be in your pocket and be your hype man. I mean, you could please go ahead and put my videos on replay on this channel and just, binge watch the channel. That'd be great. The algorithm will love that. However, you know, why not convert some of these energies into that which you choose? Let me see the 6 of Cups with one card, please. What is this from the 6 of Cups with one card? What you will learn in the Crown, and there it is the I love the 8 of Wands. Baby, all your arrows is about to land. So if you've been focused for a while, like you've been doing this since way back when, and you just been like keeping your head up, not paying attention to what has not happened, but giving more attention to what has happened, making a huge deal out of the button and the castle. Like, not only is the button and the castle awesome, magical, miraculous that happened for you, but like, so was the drink, so was the food, and so was that one item on the rack on a discount in your size. There was nothing else in the store but that one. All of these different things, perfect timing, perfect place. You make a big deal out of it. You make a big deal out of all of the beautiful ways that the universe is showing up for you, and you feel it, and you generate and maintain that energy. And baby, you got all your arrows is about to land. This card is upright, and those arrows, uh, they're wands, but they're the arrows of love. The things that you poured your feeling into, they're landing. They're coming to approach. We have an approach landing. Are we clear for landing? Are we clear for landing? Yeah, we're clear for landing. Go ahead on runway 6. On runway 6, we're clear for landing on runway 6. Somebody here get an learn how to fly a plane, whether that's in a simulator or an actual plane, or your friend is. Okay. 6 years old. Somebody had this dream since 6 years old. Again, that came out already once. Okay. The 6 of Pentacles on runway 6. It comes in generously, okay, and it comes in as on, I heard, on the stability you built of your generosity, because you gave, and you gave to the village, to the lovers, to the children, everyone and everything. And so many times they just could see you as this spider. And I don't know too many people that are not afraid of spiders. Most of the people around me are definitely afraid of spiders. I'm not trying to be their best friends. I don't want to own a pet tarantula, although I did meet a young lady who does own a pet tarantula. It was pretty interesting. But I will sweep them up and take them outside. They're not trying to hurt me. They're just trying to live like everybody else. Okay. 6 of Pentacles though. Plenty of spirit and share. Somebody here, what did you break? You broke the cycles of poverty. I heard from both sides of the family. You want your mother's blessing because you've had to step out of what she would have approved of in her human mind. If you've been looking for your mother's blessing over all your life changes, because if my mother was alive, she'd die because of this. This would kill her. Me reading tarot cards, being all tatted up, heading, all the way down to, she would be highly disappointed, right? As much weed as I smoke, my mama would be so angry. And my mother and I had that conversation after she was dead, of course, about how grateful I was that her being dead, me reading the tarot, being into the energy and the laws of the universe and all these things, and the tattoos, and being a lesbian. Like, she's, with her being dead, she's like, it's okay. I understand everything now. No, I would have, my mother would have disowned me. She would have called me a disgrace and some more shit if she was still in her physical body. Okay, so there's some epiphany, there's some awareness, there's some breakthrough energy happening here. There's also some surprise energy happening in this. I want to dig below the 6 of Pentacles because I keep feeling like there's something below this, but there's something else that wants to be said from me. There's a balancing of the scales. You've given so much over the years. Now expect that you're going to receive. Be practicing and ready to use your yes, please, and thank you. Yes, please, and thank you. All right, let me see. 10 of Swords. So much betrayal. Ah, whoa, thank you. They're taking me back to somebody didn't realize that their mother was under attack their whole life. They were under attack their whole life. They went without so often, like they put themselves in last place in order to make it because that's what they thought they had to do. That's where their imagination was tuned to. And there's the tower. And then the tower struck. So there was somebody here, like you were so focused on how hard it has to be. You were. And then you start learning that, where your focus goes, energy flows, and that's what grows. And you're like, well, I'm always scared that something bad is going to happen, that I'm going to lose, that someone will get hurt. One of the things that helped me with that was having them little babies and knowing this stuff. Grandsons be climbing on stuff. And all the parents, what the parents say, you see the kids climbing where they're not supposed, get down before you fall down and hurt yourself. That's what all the parents say, right? I didn't. I was the grandmama and I would say, be very careful where you put your hands and feet. Come down from there carefully. That's what I would yell, right? Also, why do you want me to say it? So somebody needs some parenting. When your children are running around, stop telling them, stay where I can see you. They don't know where you can see them. They don't even know what they see that much, but they're more focused on what they see. Oh, look at that. There's part of the programming. There's part of the programming. Damn. Okay, this is my tower moment happening right now live on the camera. Okay, so there's part of the programming. Ever since you were children, you've been told, stay where I can see you. Since you were a little kid running around in diapers and junk, stay where I can see you. What did that do? It limited your flow, it limited your movement. Now you more worried about, well, what do they see? In some cases, right? But they're showing me the programming in that. That was programming to get you to be more worried about what the other people are seeing. And then they're saying more you, less them, right? So, anyways, back to the parenting lesson. Instead of telling your children to stay where I can see you, why don't you tell your children, stay where you can see me? Your children know if they can see you or not. And you know what? If they can see you, you can see them. Stay where you can see me. Doesn't it make more sense? It really helps accomplish the goal. If we were told to stay where you can see me instead of stay where I can see you, that would have been different for our neural programming, is what I'm getting. Neural linguistic programming and our brain mapping and all this, not our brain mapping, but our brain programations, our brain's programations would have been a lot different because we were taught to be worried about what they saw when we don't know what they see. And now you got all these people. I'm hearing the word, they gave it to me. They gave it to me. Pussyfooting around. I don't really use that word, okay? But it's like treading lightly, being careful, walking on eggshells. Okay, that I do use. But because of what somebody else is going to see or think or feel. Like I just had a whole conversation with this reminded me of a whole conversation I had recently with my daughter about some of the feelings I was having. And you know how quickly I observed her go from listening objectively to what I was saying to now taking it like I was throwing a fucking knife at her and I meant it against her. And I'm like, no, you're not hearing me. Like, and I had to keep bringing her back to what I'm saying. It's not meant to make you feel no way. This is where I processed it and where I left it. It's not meant to hurt your feelings, though. But I can't tell you about your feelings. I don't know what you can see or how you feel. I only know what I see and how I feel. That's a big deal to realize. And if we could get more in tune with what I see and what I feel instead of always trying to figure out what somebody else thinks and feel, when that person over there don't even know what they think or feel, how am I supposed to know what they think or feel? I need to be in tune with what I think I know and feel and think and know and feel. Okay. And then if they learned to be more in tune with what they think and feel and know, I wonder what that would do to change our society. Okay. But there's a lot of places where you have overextended yourself because you were worried about how they felt. In other words, you did it from love. It's not like you did it from a bad place, right? But at some point you realize it was self-deception. It was a disrespect of the self, and you have to stop that. But that was a big moment for you, and that changed your life. The death card is below that. It completely changed your life. And that's that snake energy wrapped around the hand of the queen. Okay, she has the ability to cause change in her. And then we have the queen of cups below that, about being receptive. Wow, look at the change in the cards below, because it's all like it goes to this extreme receptivity from overextend. Like, yeah, thank you. There's a strong energy here where big change that has made a big difference in you is realizing where you think you have to pay for everything or do everything or give up all your time and resources in order to earn what you deserve, in order to earn what is rightfully yours, in order to earn your birthright. When you stop thinking you have to earn your birthright and you realize like all you had to do was be born to receive your birthright inheritance. All you had to do was be born. That was it. Nothing else. Literally, all you had to do was be born. Wow. What a message. I don't feel finished, though. I really don't. Show me, I want some detail about the top row of cards. So I pulled out my clarifying tarot. This should make it nice and neat. I want to clarify our dominant cards that were up there. Show me why the iron came out. I said lead. I meant to say iron. Why did iron come out? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we have the 10 of cups, the magician, the king of swords, and the two of wands, which completely clarifies everything we already said about the iron card. The two of wands, a decision. King of swords, clarity, cutting out the BS. Okay, magician. Okay, because I'm materializing. I'm making my wish. I'm using my imagination because I'm the magician. Yeah. 10 of cups for my happy ending. I love that. Okay. All right. So we're going to pull off the top for the rest of these cards. Show me the queen, please. And thank you. And then we have the strength card. Yeah, Leo energy with the ace of cups. The self-love. Yes. And the full card. Perfect. Okay. Yes. And the 8 of swords. Listen, I love this. Is so beautiful. I'm so glad that I decided to clarify these two. So clarifying the queen, you're empowered. You're in an empowered state. You are in your power. The strength card trumps the devil card, which means you've already removed the devil. How you do it? Ace of cups, self-love energy. Now, I'm not talking about self-care. Self-care, washing your butt, cutting your hair, washing it, doing your nails, your makeup, dressing nice, putting deodorant on, perfume, cologne, jewelry. That's self-care. Self-love involves dealing with the parts of yourself that nobody else could do for you, which is usually in your heart and your needs at the time. You need to rest. You need to look at that thing that keeps pissing you off and causing a fight between you and your mama, or you and your child, or you and your friend, your sister, your wealth. I don't know, maybe you and money been fighting for years, and it's time for you to get over it. Okay, so that's the self-love I'm talking about. And then we had the fool, which is ready for a whole new beginning. A whole new world. Yeah, a new exciting point of view. No one to tell me no or where to go. Yeah, that part. Nobody's here to tell you no or where to go. And even if they try to tell you no or where to go, you could tell them no and where to go. Hello? Because we've grown around here now. 8 of swords, your point of focus. Your point of focus has been this. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's check out now the village. What did you have to say about the village? We have the 5 of wands. Oh boy, the 5 of wands and the 10 of wands. Look at that. And the lovers. Okay, coming out with the 7 of wands. So the village. I heard it's a kind of a love-hate relationship. Like Five of Wands, there's problems. We put an end to the problems. Why? Because the decisions that we make and we persist in the solutions. Okay, with the Seven of Wands. Interesting. So this village is coming through like, oh, right. There's a challenge. You rise to the challenge. A challenge must be met. Okay. You realize like at some point you realize like, man, I take on a lot of responsibility, but I'm not actually responsible for all of these. I'm going to give myself a bit of a break here. I deserve to take a break. I'm not actually responsible for all that. Okay, put it in the comments if you're there. Like, I deserve a break. I'm not responsible for all that. Put that in. I'm not responsible for what they did. I, you're responsible for take care of you. Maybe that's what you need to put in comments. I'm responsible. What do you think you need? Please quote me in the comments where it hits. Okay, where we hit it just right, where we give you that that you needed. Just quote me in the comments. I want to know. All right. The Lover in reverse, clarified by justice, baby. Justice. Libra energy and the Death card, Scorpio energy. Okay. Justice. Tower. Oh, lordy, lordy. And the Two of Pentacles. Some water on this throat. Wow. Okay. So the Lover in reverse. Any changes you made were because you got that download that we talked about earlier. You got the divine intervention. Okay, you realized what you didn't need to be focused on was all these other people and what their perspective was and whether they like it or not, or getting their approval, trying to keep somebody around. So the change come with this download, which changed your life, and now balance can happen. When you stop worrying that you have to be responsible for the whole fucking world. I got the whole world in my hand. No, you don't. That was Jesus had the whole world in his hand. That was God had the whole world in his hands. I don't remember. I haven't sang that song in church since I was a little child, and I'm not anymore. But yes, stop laughing at me. Okay. The rotation card. Why is the rotation card? This spidery one over here. The Hierophant. Ooh, Hierophant with the Page of Cups. Okay, now doing the right thing. Seven of Swords. Ain't nobody business. Okay, Queen of Wands. And that's the problem. So, Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords. Interesting. Interesting. So, you did so much for them. And now all they got to talk about you is something ugly like they would if they see a spider. Ah, blah, blah, the nasty blah. Ah, I hate spiders. Oh, you hate me now? Oh, we have Queen of Wands coming out, and I specifically talk to Spirit all the time, and I remind them that when I do these readings, kings and queens specifically mostly represent always another person, not the viewer, someone else. So what do we have? Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Seven of Swords, deceptive, lying, manipulative, feeling like they need to be sneaky, sneaky. If you feel like you need to be sneaky, sneaky, you already checked yourself right there because the Hierophant, God saw everything. I said, God saw everything. God heard everything. God saw everything. The universe, if you like that language better, saw everything. Anywhere where somebody was deceptive, lying, manipulative, and trying to gaslight or trying to make you go crazy. Oh, yeah, no, that didn't work. That didn't work because they were coming up against the Hierophant, which is coming through in your energy right now. And it's showing me because these look like two different people. So here you are. You showed up, Page of Cups, Hierophant. They showed up, Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords. You showed up interested, like carefree, easygoing. Let's have fun. All right, fine. Let's play the game. You want to play this game? Let's play the game. You want to play this game? Let's play the game, girl. Okay, you want to play what game? You want to play the relationship game? That's fine. Hierophant is there, right? Fine. We can play the relationship game. Page of Cups, Hierophant. What did they do? They were cheating in the game from the jump. Okay, Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords. They were cheating. They were doing something manipulative. They were trying to convince. They were sneaking this. They were doing that. They were doing some more stuff. Okay. But it was deceptive. It was ugly. Anywhere where that's the truth, like, you don't have to fall for it. And anywhere where the tradition has been to wait for the other shoe to drop, and how does it get any worse, and what shit is gonna, the shit's hitting the fan, I wonder where it's gonna hit next, all that type of junk conversation in the mind, feelings in the heart, conversations with other people, all that shit, music. Yeah. They're showing me, what's that song? I can't even think it because I don't listen to it. Anyways, they just showing me all the cheater music. They're showing me, my truck broke down, my dog got shot, and my wife ran away with the neighbor. And I didn't have no voice because I wasted last night drinking up bush beer, and so I couldn't stop her or try to save her. Like, stupid. Stop. Stop. Stop singing stuff like that. Just don't. Why you want to sing that? Don't use that. Why you want to be in that vibe? This is all about good things coming your way, baby. Good things is coming your way. Nine of Swords. Where were you afraid of that? Where would you ruin the good things coming your way because you worried about somebody working against you all the time? Somebody lying to you, somebody deceiving you. Baby, if they want to lie and deceive and work against you and all that shit, it don't matter. But if you're not focused, it won't matter. Thank you. Say it clear. It won't matter if you're not focused on what they're doing. If you're minding your business, you won't be minding their business, and their business won't be doing shit. Mind your business. What's paying you? Mind that. Mind your business instead of what somebody else is thinking or how they're feeling or what they know. That ain't your business. That's their business. They will have consequences and repercussions for theirs, and likewise you do for yours. And your most empowered state of being is not in worrying about what their business is, but focusing on your business. My business is popping. My business is thriving. That part. My business is busting at the seams. You want to do some ciphers and start rapping and stuff? Can you start rapping about some success up in here? Accomplishment, recognition, notoriety, fortune, fame, good luck, goodwill. The materialization. So can y'all just stop manifesting for a minute and just start materializing? Hello, go look up the 2 definitions. If you ain't done that homework yet, I'm highly disappointed, but that doesn't matter because no, I'm not disappointed at all because I know what they mean. I know how to use them right. And oh yeah, I'll be materializing the hell out of this life, and I'm gonna continue. But you have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So we talked about quite a few things here. We talked about mother energy. Anywhere where this was about the child that's finally realizing about their mom, there's a child who has been influenced by outside influence some sort of way. They were taught to lie, to cheat, to steal. And now they're realizing why their mother was right and they should have never did that. Okay. Somebody is realizing that, dang, I'm a dirty dog because my mama was a dirty dog. And dang, I never really knew how else to be. I'm barely figuring that out now. Wow. Okay. Somebody else here is realizing, like, my mother was always against my passion, my career, my goals. My mother never agreed with this, that, or the other. And you've been so worried about that it's been blocking your path in that. And now that you're not, yeah, the universe is working in your favor because it always was, but you are putting the brakes on. It was like, why they showing me the image of a car on the quarter-mile drag, right? On the quarter-mile drag, burning rubber, waiting to take the foot off the brake. If you just take your foot off the brake, you could actually go really fast. But here you are, foot on the gas, foot on the brake. You ain't going no damn where. You're just burning rubber. Why? Because you're so worried about what they think, how they feel, and you can't see how they think. You don't know what they can see. You don't know what they're feeling. Get rid of that programming that you got as a child. Stay where I can see you. I don't know what you see. See, children don't have the intellectual capacity or the words. If you ever heard a child tell their parent that, the day I hear a child tell their parent that, I'm going to come on and talk about it, I'm sure, because that is going to blow my mind. But now that I said it, I wouldn't be surprised if that shit started happening left and right. All of a sudden, everybody's children. What do you mean, Mommy? I don't know what you see. What do you see? Can you see me here, Mom? And getting really freaking annoying with it. Like, so then they go hide behind the pole. I just seen the little kid peeking their head around the pole like that. Can you see me now, Mom? Okay, can you see me now, Mom? Okay, what about right here, Mom? And getting on their mom's nerve. Mom's realizing, like, oh, you know what? This is an annoying game real quick. So why don't you stay where you can see me? Can you see me? Oh, yeah, okay. Was our brother Tupac again talk about you can't see me? Okay. All right. So, wow, interesting message from our Tarot in the Shadows tonight. What did you get? What resonated? What you taking with you? I also see anywhere where you have been materializing something that is going to show up now, but you started this materialization way back in your childhood. Like, one of the things that you had to overcome was this idea of a family curse, was this idea of somebody who could stop you or block you or could have some success against you. You had to process that and move through that and move beyond that. And that's one of the reasons why now so much is going to be materialized for you in your physical reality, because you're no longer enslaving yourself to those ideas and perspectives. Whoo! No longer are you enslaving yourself. That's such a hard master to serve, where everybody else has the power in your life. Like, that is a hard master to serve. Stop being such a hard master on yourself. Like, life is going to give you all the challenges you need. You don't need to make it harder. Oh boy. Is there anything else you want to talk about? They said, no, we covered it all. The imagination, the child, the process of releasing ideas of programming since you were a little kid. That was there. Because some of you, this started like when you were like 3 years old. They start telling you this. You were running around. You didn't realize. Stay where I can see you. I don't know. And now as an adult, you're like, I don't know what you see. Now as an adult, I mean, did you realize that yet? Because I realized it. I tell you, I must have realized that, I don't know, somewhere raising these grandchildren of mine. I stopped telling them to stay where I could see them and started telling them to stay where they could see me. Because I knew if they can see me, I can see them. Now, there's another sidebar message that's coming through here. Remember that too in your interactions with people. If they can see you, you can see them. All right. And just because you can see them doesn't mean that they can see you too. But if they can see you, you can see them. Okay. I'm hearing sight kind of goes both ways. But yeah, when I said just because they can see, just because you can see them doesn't mean they could see you, we're talking spiritually. And again, when I said if you can see them, that means if they can see you, you can see them, whatever. I was talking spiritually. Okay. They want to clarify that. But physically, both people need to see each other too in order to say you could see. But somebody's like, no, but what if they're way over there? Well, technically, if you knew they were way over there, you should be able to see them too. I mean, without the use of like some sort of binoculars. Who's using binoculars? Why am I saying binoculars on the channel? Are we done yet? Yeah, we're there yet. Yeah, we got there. We've arrived. So it's like, are we there yet? Yes, we're there. All right, let's close you out with a. Ooh, I like this one. I haven't used it in a while. I've forgotten about it pretty much. I was gonna grab a different deck, and then this one, my hand just immediately went to it. So let's get you an affirmators card. Yay, affirmators oracle card. Let's see what is our final closing message for this episode of Tarot in the Shadows. Thank you for sharing it on your social media, inviting your friends to check us out, and just overall being an awesome, period, awesome being. Okay. In other words, thank you for the growth on the channel. That's what I really meant to say. Like, you gonna do what you gonna do, but just keep loving it, because the growth happens like that, and the message is here for those who are meant to find it and when they're ready to find it. So we trust in that. What's the final message? Thank you. And here it is. No need to do. I'm exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I do not need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then do the laundry. I love. So you've accomplished something here, and there's a big power in not resting on physical activity. Is that the big lie? Queen of Wands, you got to do the work. That's a lie. You got to work your ass off. I work hard for the money. Yeah, that's a lie. You attract it. You could spend your whole life. I can't help it. I accidentally saw the bottom of the deck. Now I got to read this too, because it says manifestation, and I just had this whole conversation about let's start materializing. Guys, stop manifesting for a minute. And I wrote materialization on there. I'm serious about the difference between manifestation and materialization. So I'm going to read this, and you can put it in the comments if you're a materializer or a manifester, because I'm a materializer, baby. I'm materializing. Yes. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand, and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that, in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, materializing. But don't use that word if you don't want to. It even says it on the card. I don't want to. I like the word materialize, because the definition, I'm going to say it again. I just told y'all to do your homework, but go look it up yourself. Don't take my word for it. Manifesting is making it clear or obvious to the mind's eye. It's also a list of ship goods that is on the ship, on the ocean, not in the port, and definitely not in your hands, and not in your door, and not in your house, and not in your bank, and not in your bed. That's what a manifestation is. Yeah. So, materialization, to make it physical matter, to turn it into physical reality. That's what you're looking for. It is a trap. I'm manifesting. It sounds good, but it's a new age trap. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a spirituality trap. Just like so many other ones. Like, it's easy to see. Oh, I don't want to offend anybody's religion, but it's easy to see when people believe they need an intermediary, somebody to speak to the divine on their behalf. That I don't need to do that. I could just talk out loud, or think it, or write it down, or talk to the tree or the earth or the sky or whatever. Some of you get that, but you don't get the difference in certain new age traps are a little bit more complicated and harder to recognize than that. And I'm just grateful that Lord Source God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, that divine source energy, sky mama, sky daddy, showed me the difference between these two words and how to use it and benefit myself the most. So with all that being said, love and peace and happiness. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks.